If you have small kids, you may know Wall-E. This is a Pixar movie from only 10 years ago. And this little guy, basically his job is to cruise around a post-utopian world and clean up the trash. And he has been doing this for 700 years on solar power. And the way he does this is through computer vision technology. He has the ability to identify things that are trash and not trash and sort them appropriately, put them into his chest and compact them. But it's only been 10 years, and this is no longer that far off. I mean, here's a customer of ours, Hikvision, which is a leading AI company in China. And this factory that they've automated with these little robots ships about $15 million worth of product every single day. And by automating the entire sorting process, they've reduced their costs by 80%, and at the same time, they've increased the efficiency of this particular warehouse by 60%. There used to be just hundreds of workers in this building, and they completely retrofitted it to enable these cute little robots that are operating entirely autonomously using computer vision, optical sensors on the robot to help them determine where they are and understanding where they need to be. Pretty cool. Here's another example, the Terminator, the T-800, whose primary directive is to destroy humanity by finding Sarah Connor and eliminating her before she can give birth to her son. Also a user and fan of computer vision technology. What the Terminator also has is natural language processing. So he has the ability to communicate, and he's got a neural net processor CPU, which enables him to be a fully functional cybernetic organism. What some of our customers are doing, rather than destroy humanity, they're trying to save humanity by seeking out to destroy diseases. In this case, GE Healthcare is using AI in production to be able to understand highly complex CT, MRI, PET scan, sonogram, mammogram images. And what's really important is that these types of images can't be compressed. They really have to be looking at the full-res image in order to get the depth and the complexity of the image that they're looking at. In the case of GE, they leveraged a toolkit from Intel along with Xeon processors, and they're now getting 16 times better performance on Intel architecture than they were getting prior. And pretty interesting case study that has an impact on everyone's lives. And of course, no conversation of droids would be complete without C-3PO and R2-D2. C-3PO, also computer vision user, fluent in 6 million forms of communication, and also uses machine learning to detect people's emotions. In the case of R2-D2, an astromech droid used to transport secret rebel communications as well as repair starships, operates in low power mode. Very important. In fact, what you're seeing here is a lot of these droids, because they're operating outside of a data center, they do require low power, and they do require high degrees of computational capabilities to handle all of the inference that's coming in through the variety of sensors that they have. And so what we see is that vision is becoming almost the ultimate IoT sensor, and it's transforming every industry. So in retail, we're using computer vision technology to allow for staffless stores. So now in the US, it's Amazon Go that's rolling these out. In China, it's JD.com. And now shoppers have basically the ability to replicate the online experience offline, which means online it's a one-click purchase, customized and personalized for your individual needs. In the case of a staffless store, you walk in, you take whatever you want off the shelf, and you walk out. There is no checkout process. We're going to talk about a couple of industrial cases. In transportation, computer vision technology is going into vehicles with gaze control so that you can understand if the driver is distracted and looking at their phone or if they're, in fact, dozing off. Hugely important for safety. In smart cities, digital security and surveillance has been the key. workload or use case for computer vision technology, particularly here in London, which led the way with a completely blanketed security system across the city that allows city operators to actually track people and vehicles from camera to camera in a networked way. But it's gone way beyond just security and surveillance. Now, cameras are being used to help automate traffic situations, to automate the parking situation, and really help with pedestrian movement and a number of other things.